Thailand voted amongst top 10 countries in the world for expats. There's a fire once again in Bangkok, this time at the Ministry of Energy. And lastly, this Mother's Day, travel with your mum on the BTS because it's free from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Find out more on today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello, I'm Jay.
I am Maddie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I actually had a lot of fun.
Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park in Phuket. And joining me today, of course, are the lovely ladies and my co-host, Natty Warisa.
Hello, everyone.
And Sarah.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
And I'm Jay. We've got a lot to talk about today, girls and viewers watching us live on YouTube and Facebook. As always, you can skip to the part that you would like to find out more about after the live video using the timestamps. As for now, let's start with Thailand being ranked amongst the top 10 countries for expats. Hooray!
Is it a hooray? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is a hooray. So, let me tell you more about this. Thailand is among the 10 best countries for expats according to the annual Expat Insider survey carried out by the Internation. So, it's quite legit survey. The latest ranking actually sees Thailand move up to the 8th place from its 14th place ranking last year or in 2021. The survey measures expats' satisfaction with life in their country of residence across various different factors, such as quality of life, ease of settling in, working abroad, and personal finance. But this year, the survey included a new Expat Essentials Index, which assessed people's satisfaction with their digital life, admin topics, housing, and language. So they interviewed 11,970 expats, representing 177 nationalities, living in 181 countries or territories. So overall, Thailand was found to be an affordable and friendly destination for expats. I think that's quite given, right? Mm-hmm. Usually they always say that Thailand's friendly and very affordable. And according to the survey, 77% of expats are happy with life in Thailand, slightly above the global happiness average of 71%. So Thailand's best rankings were in the Personal Finance Index, where it ranked 4th, and the ease of settling in, which it's ranking in 11th. It was ranked in a mediocre 35th place in the Quality of Life Index, while its ranking of 45th in the Working Abroad ranking brought down its overall score. So just in case you're curious, the remainder of the top 10 in order were Portugal, Spain, the United Arab Emirates, Vietnam, Thailand, Australia, and Singapore, whereas the 3 countries with the lowest ranking, largely due to poor scores with regards to personal finances of expats, were Kuwait, New Zealand, and Hong Kong.
Kuwait, New Zealand, and Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is expensive, that's all I
Very.
know. Like UAE is a very nice place for expats.
I know that there's tons of surveys that do, rank countries in terms of attractiveness of staying and stuff like that. But Thailand always moves the rank, but I find that more or less we're always going to be in the top 10 or top...
I think so.
At the very least, top 15.
We have
So
good
that's something to be
reputation.
happy about.
In terms of for expats, I think, yes, it's excellent. Now, I don't know if that same applies for entrepreneurs or people who want to open businesses here because of some of the limitations. But I'm an expat and I love Thailand. I consider this country my home, and I've been away from my country of birth for the last 20 years, and I have no plans to ever move again because, yes, once you do come here, the quality of life is absolutely amazing, right?
With the amount of money you have to use and the quality of life you get, I think it's great. It's a good deal.
It's not just, yes, people always focus on it's cheap, whether it comes to, the food, transportation, this and that, but it's also, the quality of life. I feel very safe here in Thailand. In Phuket, we could leave our doors unlocked. Without fear that anyone's going to break in.
Where's your house again?
No, but I'm serious. Like a lot of people can walk out at night. Maybe not Sapan Hin Phuket town, but like most of the parts, you can walk down on the beach. You can walk down, just digest your food, whatever it is that you do. You can go out walking out on a late night and feel safe. and the crime rate, certain stories that get highlighted are very few, but in general, I feel very safe here. I feel very comfortable here, and I enjoy life here much more so than in other countries. I've also lived in. I was very young when my family lived in Dubai. We lived there for about almost 5 years for me, and it's expensive. It's a very fun
expensive.
and amazing city if you can afford it. You can earn a lot of money there, but you can also blow it all away. Going to the many attractions that the city has. It's not for everybody. And yes, there are labor workers there too. In Thailand especially, I get a lot of comments like, oh, you lived in Dubai, you're so high-so. Yeah, everyone there must be rich. Yeah, but no.
Yes,
not as much as Natty, that's all I'm going to say.
Gosh.
Natty's the designated high-so person.
For this channel, yeah.
But yeah, I think the quality of life is is very good in Thailand, and therefore I think it's an amazing place for expats. I can only speak for myself.
But I can also speak as a Thai person because I've lived in different countries as well for many years, and I would say Thailand is my favorite. And it's not because it's my country of birth. It's just exactly what Sarah said. Like the how do you call it? The price of labor here in Thailand is very cheap. Where else in the world would you find authentic Thai massages for 200 baht per hour?
Yeah.
Come on, like if you go to anywhere else in the world, it'll be
200 baht, that's a pretty good deal.
I know where to get 200 baht.
Oh,
if you
okay.
need any insider tips, I know.
But the maximum would be like what, 300 baht, right?
Yeah,
I mean, for an hour of
250,
someone massaging you.
But there is
yeah.
one very close to the office.
Yes.
Anyways,
But it's also services, right? Like let's say
Yeah.
you're at your home and your washing machine breaks. If you don't have warranty or whatever, you can call a mechanic for as
Exactly.
little as like
500 baht.
Yeah.
Or even 100 if you call them from the building.
Yeah, 100,
and just
200.
ask them to like, please
Yeah.
help, and then they'll just like, okay, sure, and they just do it quickly.
Laundry services,
Oh,
like
wow.
everything, cleaning services. They're so
Oh,
cheap.
cleaning, yes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
so cheap, and it's very affordable. They'll come immediately, and everything's available here for a price, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can buy anything in Thailand,
Yeah.
and they'll come and provide you with whatever you need. And
Yes.
So clearly, we are pro-Thailand.
Very pro-Thailand.
We are very pro-Thailand here.
Can I just say one last thing about
people don't
Thailand
like it
as well?
when some people don't like it when we all agree. How dare they?
How dare they love
like-
Thailand?
Yes.
How dare we want Thailand to succeed? No, but also like the quality of life in terms of food. Like I know in a lot of countries, if you're kind of in the lower socioeconomics group ranking, like the foods that you can afford are mostly carbs, high fat, like fast food. But in Thailand, you can get like very good source of proteins for very, very cheap as well.
Yes.
Like so the quality of just like physical health is also way up there as well.
Well, I'm from India, and the amount of oil used in most Indian food is absolutely shocking. So I think even in general, Thai food is quite healthy.
Yeah, I think so.
And yes, maybe they use MSG or like
A
you know,
lot.
what's that rotchat thing called?
Lodi.
Lodi, to like improve the taste of food. But that's in street restaurants. But most restaurants have now actually changed their ways, and food is a lot more healthier as well. So
Lots of vegan options too recently.
okay, let's move on from
Okay,
on the
we're
topic
just
of
hungry.
veganism. Love vegans, by the way. No hate for vegan or veganism. All right, moving on. Can I tell you something?
Please.
Sure.
I was very excited last Friday. I wasn't here in the afternoon because I actually went out for an event.
Oh, yes.
And I met one of my heroes.
Who?
No jokes. I was like legit fanboy. I met Buakaw.
Oh wow.
That's right.
Tell
Buakaw,
us,
the
tell us.
legend himself, possibly the most, this is not an over-exaggeration, the most famous and popular Muay Thai fighter in the world.
I'd agree.
Not Tony Jaa, who does the movies. Tony Jaa, great actor, very good at athletics, but he's not a proper Muay Thai fighter. But
Ooh.
Buakaw,
Okay, go on.
man made of bricks. You might have seen his videos on YouTube where he's just like taking down
He does look very
palm
strong.
trees and coconut trees.
Yeah, I like
He's
it.
built like a brick. No jokes.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, have a quick look at this video. I went for an event last Friday with Jason for BKFC Thailand. Check it out. Viewers, this is Jay from the Thaiger, and I'm here at Central World right now to cover an exclusive interview for BKFC Thailand with their upcoming fight on September the 3rd. Guess what? With one of Thailand's biggest, or possibly the world's biggest Muay Thai fighter, Buakaw, in his first BKFC Thailand match against Turkish fighter Erkan. And we're going to get exclusive footage. an interview to ask him how he feels about his first event with BKFC Thailand. We're all excited. We'll also get to talk with the CEOs of the two partners of BKFC Thailand for this event, Singer and BitCub. So let's have a look at what they've got to say. Welcome back. Natty, would you like to mute the video?
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Natty got excited and decided to watch the video with you.
Sorry.
However, due to the delay, our trusty cameraman Bishai gave us a 3-second countdown. Thank you for that, Bishai. Welcome back to the good old GMT, baby. But yes, it was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome.
It looks
to me.
fun.
Yeah, I met Buakaw. It was a dream. He's just built like a brick. He has an 8-pack. He's quite, I think he's in his late 30s, if not 40s. But he's had over 250 fights.
Wow.
And the most humble
Crazy.
and kindest person you'll ever meet.
Wow.
I was like, oh, hi, Kun Buakaw. Because he had no obligation to interview, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we went there for BKFC Thailand. Yes, we have a great relationship with Nick and BKFC Thailand. But like, I was like, oh, Kun Buakaw, can I please have an interview? He's like, oh, mama. Like, he speaks Thai, right? So I was like, come on, let's go. Let's have a sit. I'm just having my coffee, but please ask me whatever you want. And I was just like, they say don't meet your heroes in real life because you'll be like disappointed.
Starstruck.
I was just
No. Okay.
I was just like looking at this man. I was like, you could like crush me with your hand, but he's like the softest, nicest person you'll ever meet. And
That's
it was
sweet.
so awesome. It was so awesome to meet him, seriously. And yeah, I met the CEO of BitCub. There was CEO of Singer, because Singer and BitCub now sponsor BKFC Thailand. They're going big, and they've got some big events coming up. And this was my first official press conference where like the fighters like got close to each other and like took the face off and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm a big UFC fan. I'm a big martial arts fan. So I was just like, and like they kind of got like a little bit heated and like started pushing each other. And I was
Really?
like, whoa.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously?
yeah, yeah.
Actually
Oh
did
my
that?
gosh.
Yeah. It was cool. It was really
I
cool.
like it.
I'm like legit fanboying right now. But yeah, BKFC Thailand going big. And if ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested, I know not everyone's interested, but if you're interested in martial arts and Muay Thai and Buakaw, check out their fight on September 3rd. They will be fighting at the Ratchadamri Boxing Stadium in Bangkok. And you can check them out at the BKFC Thailand app or buy tickets to go watch them. All right, talking about tickets, our next topic is about the BTS. And you won't need a ticket to ride the BTS if you go there on August the 12th, because August the 12th is...
Mother's
Mama
Day.
Day.
That is absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, the BTS is offering free rides with your mummy. And the Bangkok Mass Transit System has announced a special promotion for National Mother's Day on August the 12th, where you can ride for free. You could, in fact, ride the BTS from 6 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m., I believe, or 10 p.m.
Non-stop, unlimited
Non-stop,
rides.
unlimited.
That's pretty good deal.
Sorry, to midnight. I apologize. 6 a.m. to midnight, you can ride it for free. And you could go anywhere in Thailand. Up and down, just for fun.
Why not? That's a trip.
With your mom?
Yeah.
That's a very cheap Mother's Day present. Like, let's go around town.
No,
Yeah.
but anyways, on the way to the restaurant or
Right.
wherever
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
taking out your mum, as you should on Mother's Day.
Yes.
But to show your appreciation. Hopefully it's not just one day of the year and other days as well. But yes, you could travel with the BTS for free. There's only one stipulation. Both of you must get off at the same station.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So, so
fair.
you can't just game the system and be like, Mom, you're leaving at 1? Okay, I'm going to wait 10 minutes so my ride is free. I'll save 55 baht or
Please
something.
drop me there.
Yeah, so one stipulation, you have to travel with your mum. You both have to go off at the same place. But yes, on August the 12th, there will be people waiting and giving you free tickets at the BTS if you're traveling with your mum. So, look, is it like something great and extravagant? No. Is it a nice touch? Sure.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
you're using the train. You want to get to your destination, whether it's shopping with mum or going to a restaurant, and you get a free ride along the lines. I think that's a nice gesture.
Gonna be some good promos on Mother's Day too at restaurants and things like that.
Yes.
So that's an add-on. That's a nice one.
Yes. Natty, big plans for Mummy's Day?
Going up and down the BTS.
Yeah.
I think I just found mine. Yeah.
Just knowing you, but Mum, I've got an action-packed day for you. We'll be traveling non-stop. You will
Till
hate
midnight.
me by the end of the day.
Till midnight. I wonder how they're gonna check though, like because moms in Thailand actually look really young. I don't know, like
Yes.
Asian women kind of don't raisin, and then they're like, "Is this your mom or your sister?" And then they're just like a bunch of them.
Fair enough.
But
But I think if you're traveling in like, as long as there's somewhat of a mature lady with you,
Yeah,
you know,
like-
it will be extremely awkward and strange if they were like, "Can I please see your birth certificate? And
Is
can
that
I
your
see
mom?
your
Is
and
that
can
your
I see your mother's ID?" Look, are some people gonna abuse the system? Yes, probably, for sure. But that's fine. I don't think they're gonna be that strict. They're gonna be like,
don't
"Oh, it's
think
Mother's
so.
Day. You're traveling with your mom. Here's a
Yeah.
free ticket. That's it." It's just a nice touch.
Yeah.
So just wanted to let anyone know who's planning to travel with their mum using the BTS on August the 12th. To continue to talking about the BTS, now this is now about paying up finally. I think last month or 2 months ago I was talking about a topic where the BMA was deciding that the extension routes on the Green Line for the BTS, they've been free for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But the BMA has decided that they're finally going to start charging people because they want to make money. And they should.
Which is
Why not?
fair.
Yeah, which is fair. Now, the BMA has come out and they said, look, we're going to start charging people money and the extension sections from the BTS Green Line from mid-September.
Okay, so you have
this,
time.
Yes, this is from Moshit to Khukot and Bering to Samut Prakan.
Okay, so the new extensions.
Yes, right, the new
Yeah.
extensions. And fares will start for as little as 14 baht.
From where? Starting from whatever, Barry?
The extensions, only
Okay.
for the extensions. And the entire line, so you could go from the start of the Green Line to the end, which is about 15 to 20 stations, it will be capped at 59 baht.
Not bad, I guess.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yes.
a good deal. I thought it would go crazy, like 70
No,
or
59
80,
baht.
which is okay. 59 is okay.
59
Acceptable.
baht. Well, 59 baht is still expensive for a lot of people, but yes, the,
For
the
sure.
regular travelers of the BTS will be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to change their mode of transportation. They're just not going to get any new
Perks,
perks.
basically.
Perks for people, you know. If they made it a bit cheaper, perhaps people with lower income would be able to
But
more
you save
obliged to use
a
it.
lot of time on the BTS though, especially with traffic and raining,
Yeah.
especially.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's hell out there when it's rain. Like today, I feel like the traffic was so crazy for what 8, and BTS would be a lifesaver. Even
Yeah.
though I don't use it, but yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't need to use it yet. I knew that would go wrong.
That was
but
the highlight of the show. It's great, even though I don't use it.
I was just saying that I don't necessarily use it because I don't need it, but for people who need it, it's a great option.
Yes.
Well said. All right. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be addressing our poll, Battle of the Beers. Stay
Ooh.
tuned. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. Guys, I can't tell you much more about Andamanda Water Park.
Because
apart
it's just
from-
so awesome.
It's just so awesome. Can I tell you, the party doesn't end at just the water park. So you could go from morning to evening and the water park, and they actually have like a very nice pool bar situation going around.
Oh, there's a bar there
That's right.
too.
So in the evening, it kind of becomes like a lounge party area that goes up almost until 10 p.m. to midnight. You could even rent it out. But it's nice, you know, you spend the whole time with your kids, you tire them out, they get tired, they go to sleep, and you come out and party.
Oh
have
yeah.
a
Because
couple
usually
of
when
drinks,
you say water park,
chill in
you
the
think of like
pool.
family and kids.
Yes.
So now this is like for everyone.
Why not? It makes sense as well. In the evening, they just close off one
Yeah.
section and they've got nice pools and a bar, and you can enjoy a nice cold beverage. So, you know, consider going to Andamanda Water Park next time you travel to Phuket. Family or no family, it's fun.
Perfect for everyone.
Let's now address our poll. It's the battle of the beers. We put a poll out on Friday and asked you, which is your favorite Thai beer? Now, unfortunately, there weren't enough options for all the famous beers, so we just picked the ones that we thought was most popular, and we took people's comments, and so far, 27% of you. There were almost 5,000 votes. There were 4.6 when I pulled the poll out. 27% said Leo beer.
Woohoo! I'm also
Surprise to
a
me.
Leo supporter.
So is Natty Warisa. In second place with 25% was Chang beer. In third place was 23% said was Singer or Sing, and with 15% saying I don't drink alcohol, and 10% actually said some other beer. So in general, almost 75% to 80% people like drinking a nice cold beverage here in Thailand. Now, special shout out. I have some. I took some comments from the poll, starting with Jet Gunther.
Oh yeah.
Jet Gunther got involved. He said you guys definitely should try Full Moon, craft Thai beer brand from Phuket. That's right, absolutely, and they're killing it. They've got Shalawan Pale Ale. That's my favorite craft beer.
Actually, I like that one too.
They've got Chatri Busaba for the ladies, and the occasional special seasonable batches. Yum, he says. We are not a special shout out also to Kingdom in Cambodia. They're basically the Full Moon of Thailand. But yeah, Shalawan craft beer. Thailand does craft beer well.
Yeah, we do.
Extremely well. And they've got a really cool story, this Full Moon, because of the alcohol laws. The alcohol is actually, the craft beer is actually made in Australia and then shipped to Thailand.
You know, don't even get me started with this one.
Anyways, that's a whole story in itself.
Okay, fine.
Do you want to get into it?
No, I guess not.
Okay.
Because it'll be bad.
We'll talk about ooh, Natty. Ready to roll. Everybody watch out quickly.
All right.
A lot of people said they love Thaiger beer, and I think we can relate and say great choice, of course. I think Thaiger is what, Filipino?
No,
Is it from the
Singaporean.
Philippines?
Is
Singapore?
it? Is it
I'm
Singapore?
not sure.
Uh-oh.
San Miguel, I think, is from the Philippines. Thaiger might be from Singapore. I think it's an Asian beer.
It
Definitely should be an Asian.
Singapore. Tiger beer is a
Singapore.
brand beer from Singapore. Yeah.
All right, cool. Good chat for Tiger. And then, I'm going to... Mr. De Silva, that's all I'm going to call him. His name is Udaya De Silva. He says Budweiser is my favorite. Good shout out for water, because that's pretty much water, a very light
Oh,
drink.
what's yours? What's yours?
I like Guinness.
There
From
you go.
from the beers that were the choices, I like Chang. I think Chang tastes like a strong, good old beer. I love. I like Shalawan as well. I like my craft beer. I like IPA.
craft beer is a better
Except for
choice.
Budweiser, I just can't approve Budweiser. That is not beer. That is
Okay.
just like. They have Budweiser, which is light, and then they have Bud Light, which is lighter than light.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, cute.
I've never tried.
Shout out to a lot of people who like Heineken. I don't prefer that, but also Heineken. A lot of cool beers. I just can't approve Budweiser. All I can say is that they make the best commercials.
Right.
Yeah, they make the best Super Bowl commercials. And the last one was from Breeze Marcotte Cherry, who's a member. She says, I don't drink beer, spirits and cocktails for me.
Yeah,
I love
I'm with
cocktails.
her.
I
on
think
that.
everyone's with you there, Breeze.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your favorite cocktail then?
I would usually go for gin, something with gin base.
Or gin tonic?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I like those too.
Excuse
All right.
me.
I can do that.
There was a
All right.
spammer.
Yes.
I apologize.
Bye-bye.
All right. Fire. Now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have
Another
to segue.
incident.
Yeah, we have to segue into more of a serious topic. There's been another fire in Thailand. Unfortunately, we just can't get away from this. However, this time, ironically, at the Ministry of Energy. Can you please tell me more, Sarah?
Yeah, so it happened yesterday around like 12:30, if I'm not wrong. It broke out on the 33rd floor of the Ministry of Energy, but luckily it was only for 10 minutes and the fire was under control. But it seems like Thailand has been going through a series of unfortunate events with
Yeah.
lots of fires and disasters. So I hope there is no more, and this week is a new start with like good beginnings and good stories.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I feel like we can't get away from those fire stories, and it's highlighted now more than ever.
And I think it like comes down to the infrastructure. They
Yeah.
need some maintaining to do.
Do we need the cause of the fire?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's under investigation.
Any comments, Nettie?
Yeah, I hope there's no more incidents like that. Yeah.
I really do. As always, you can find the latest information on thetiger.com. Natty, there's a new app. in Thailand, and an app being used for good reasons. It's actually to help migrant women in Thailand. Nadi, tell me more, please.
Yeah, so the app that you're talking about, it's called the Smart Domestic Workers app, and it provides information on ways that migrant women can protect themselves from violence in 4 languages. They have Thai, English, Burmese, and Khmer. Users can search for hospitals, police stations, and other related agencies nearby them. The app also lists agencies' hotlines. Now, there's a shocking statistic, actually, that's shown that 80% of migrant women face sexual violence and very few file complaints to the police. Some of the reasons why victims don't report is because Thailand doesn't have the best reputation when it comes to migrant rights. Basically, migrant workers have no legal rights in Thailand, and they are at risk for being arrested for entering the country illegally and are often deported back to their countries of origin. This often deters them from complaining to the police if they're abused. Now, apps like Smart Domestic Workers will hopefully be a powerful tool in creating change for the migrant women in Thailand. I think this is a great initiative. Actually, I downloaded the app just to see how it works. Great initiative, but there are still glitches within the system itself. Like, for example, I chose the language in English, but a lot of the videos, the information was still in Thai, and it was not translated in English. So I think if you're trying to log in as Khmer, I can only imagine the same thing happening as well. Like, all information is not quite up to date. Also, I'm just wondering, like, how are they planning to communicate with these, these migrant workers? Because a lot of them are construction workers, or they're kind of working illegally with very minimum wage. I don't know if they even have like a phone plan. Like, how can they go on the internet to log on to those information?
They usually don't know about this, except if their employer like tell them about this. And it's really a problem. Like, a lot of my friends who have maids or helpers who are from Cambodia or Myanmar, sometimes they rock up to work with like a purple eye.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, and when my friend or whoever, their employer, asked them what happened, they refused to tell the story because they thought that it might be a nuisance, or if they go to the police station, they'll be deported back, or, the husband would get more angry and they would get even more hurt. So there's a lot of things that needs to be addressed here rather than just going on an app and file a complaint. I think it's more complicated than that.
It is. Again, like, it's a good first step. I think that's all I can say, that at least they've come up with some sort of solution. Now, knowing how Thailand is with apps and like launching things, obviously there will be some glitches at the start. Hopefully that can be fixed. But yeah, I think the minimum requirement would be for them to understand the videos on the app.
But they came at a really good time, because there's this news going on where the taxi driver has just been sentenced for like 8 years for raping a migrant worker who came here illegally, and he tricked her saying that, I'll drop you wherever, like, because she doesn't really know where she's going, and just tied her up and raped her for hours.
Oh no. That's
Poor
awful.
girl.
Absolute awful.
Yeah, so they came with this app after the guy was sentenced. So I think it's maybe a PR thing. It's a good timing.
It is, yeah, but I mean, hopefully something good comes out of this. Like, it's always difficult to talk about these news stories, and this is the reality of the situation. This happens, whether it's in Thailand or even other countries, and it's something that can't be ignored. So I'm glad that the government's at least taking a few steps to
at least the initiative
address
is
the
there.
issue and initiate something. All right, we'll keep you up to date to all of those stories on thethaiger.com. As for now, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be talking about some of your feedback, comments regarding any of the topics we've spoken about today. So we'll be back right after this. Conversation and have your voice heard. Discuss the issues, share information, and get information. Thaiger Talk is where you keep in touch with everything Thailand. Go to thethaiger.com/talk.
You need to be running so fast that you feel like you're going to fall over. And if you're not doing that, then, you're too comfortable. Whatever shit you're saying, you have to believe it, right? You have to force yourself to say, this is where I'm going to go. They were all dreamers. They all believed they could do it at some point, become the best of what they do.
Who is the founder of Thaiger? I'm talking about the Thaiger we all know.
And businesses are not built off one person. So anyone that takes the spotlight, whether it was a Thaiger or anything else, it's just not the true story.
Michael Kenner, former business analyst at Credit Suisse and assistant vice president at Barclays. co-founder of the Thaiger and real estate company Fazwaz, runs businesses in Thailand with an estimated value of $100 million. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and it's now time to address some of your comments and feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the ad for our latest Thaiger podcast. I just like to inform people, if you haven't checked it out, and if you do have some time, whether you're going to work or you have time on during the day to watch YouTube, you can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Our first episode, how to run $100 million business in Thailand, featuring Mike Kenner.
I actually watched it over the weekend. I thought it was a very informative podcast. I really enjoyed it. At first, I saw the timing, almost an hour. I was like, oh no, should I speed it up? But I actually enjoyed listening thoroughly, the whole entire one. Yeah.
And a lot of people were asking, what kind of guests are we planning to introduce to the viewers and also invite to the podcast. The aim is to always get interesting experts, people with a story, people who are influential, people who have something to share, and people who are changing Thailand. All of our guests will have, of course, something to do with Thailand, Thai businesses, Thai culture, and we hope we can highlight and introduce to you some interesting people who are doing some very interesting things. For example, Natty is interviewing her first Thaiger podcast guest today. All I'm going to say, I personally call him the voice of Thailand.
He
Another
is pretty much a voice of Thailand.
And in brackets, he's literally the voice of Thailand. You'll find out more later this week. It depends on Natty if she wants to give those
deets.
Yeah, those secret deets. But
I'll let
are you
guys
excited
watch.
for your first podcast?
I'm super excited because this guy, I've been eyeballing him for a while. That sounds very weird.
Sure.
But I'm excited to show you guys who this is.
Cool. And we hope that you like our podcast. That's all I have to say for it.
Great advertisement. All right.
All right. Let's take some comments from the members and viewers. Enter the chat, the voice of God.
Hello.
Hello. There she is.
First comment, Kevin Eagle said S-bomb. Tony the Tiger said cussing jar time.
Oh
no,
there we go.
sorry.
Natty getting the
Sorry.
video flagged. Natty's on a mission.
Marky Mark said, so Monday is Tiger shirts, Friday is lumberjack
He figured.
shirts.
Yes.
How about we
He
do
figured
Hawaiian
out.
shirts on Wednesday
Oh,
to match
no.
the
I
background?
love me a good Hawaiian
I
shirt.
don't have any Hawaiian. Do you
I'm
have
from
Hawaiian?
Phuket.
No, but we can
I'm
go
a
find
beach
some.
boy.
Why not? Can be our
Sure.
mission.
Okay.
Phuket represent Hawaiian shirts for the win.
Right.
We got a couple of comments on the story about Thailand ranking the top 10 for expats. Tech Symbol said, I'm thinking of retiring in Chiang Mai. Isn't that your favorite destination,
it is.
Sarah?
Yes. I love Chiang Mai, so go for it.
Thomas Hamilton said, looking forward to my retirement days in Thailand. PG Santa said, people forget that the biggest reason Thailand is less expensive is the labor market there. As it develops, things won't stay this way. What do you guys think?
Oh no, I was reading the comments. You guys answer.
The labor, it's pretty cheap here. And of course, the wages, they want to fight for higher wages here. But still, Thai people don't do the labor work. It's usually migrant worker, like construction work or anything that's more physical. Thai people will not do that. So I think it will still be cheap, but there are certain things that would increase for sure. Like right now, I think the food cost has increased. Hotels, I'm not sure yet because now tourists are starting to come back, but it has been very cheap during the pandemic. So there is, of course, with everything going up, Thailand's not just gonna stay cheap, but I don't think it will go crazy like Singapore or Hong Kong.
Can I comment on something?
Yeah, for sure.
Some of the Burmese labor workers are extremely hardworking.
Exactly.
And a lot of people might even prefer using the Burmese workers because
lot of
they'll
people.
work overtime, they'll work in crazy, hot weather
And not complain.
and never
No
complain.
excuses.
Yeah, because their livelihood depends on it. They've
Yeah.
left their country, entered Thailand illegally. They'll do anything for the work.
Right.
And there's they do amazing work, and they get paid little to nothing sometimes. But yes, I think rights for migrant workers has definitely been improving, and
Needs to
it's
be
very
improved.
it's very 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 cheap to get them to work on construction projects.
Yeah.
They're a preferred option for a lot of construction companies.
Exactly.
Yes.
There was a comment from Johnson C to add on to like the costs of here in Thailand. Other factors that keep costs down is none of the insane health costs like in the US.
Yeah, that's true, I think.
Mackie
US
said, "We feel safe in Phuket. We stay in Airbnb places 50 meters from the beach and and they don't bother locking their doors because they feel that safe here in Thailand."
I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, that's true.
It can go wrong.
I have never, in the almost 1 year that I've been here, even in the condo building that I say in Bangkok, right? I've never had even one person mistakenly try to open my door. Not once.
I'm not gonna lie, I have tried, not on purpose,
Oh my god.
opening
Let
my
me just move
neighbor's
to
door.
the
Why?
Not
I just
on
wanted to
purpose.
see if it opens or
No,
not.
because I get off the wrong floor. Sometimes I'm like on my cell phone, right? And then I'm like, it must be my floor. And then I get off the wrong floor, and then I just like go and like, I try to open up the door because I don't look at anywhere I'm going. And
Oh,
then
God.
sometimes neighbors come out like,
Oh,
it's
no.
you again.
Are
So
you
it's
serious?
often.
So your neighbors are aware
Yeah,
that
like they were from a different floor because I can walk with my eyes closed. Basically,
You're-
I know exactly where to go in my condo, so
It's
I just
muscle memory for
like
you.
yeah, and I just like try to open it.
so you're basically a live representation of a walking PSA to why people should lock
Yeah,
their
exactly.
doors.
You should.
Who knows? Lock your doors, or one natty Warisa might appear out of nowhere. Maybe they're happy about it. Oh, it's Natty
I don't
again.
know. I don't know about that. My neighbor doesn't look very happy.
It's Natty again.
We had a comment in the Facebook live stream, Tan Ho. He said, definitely Thailand, not much of restrictions and an open society, good for investments and long stay. It's a friendly environment. So he would also recommend Thailand. For the Buakaw video that we
Yeah.
showed, Kevin Eagles asked, were the women there in the shorts also Muay Thai fighters?
No, definitely not.
didn't notice
They
that.
were just ring girls.
But there are female Thai fighters actually, and there are a lot of Western women who love the Thai martial arts
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they actually study it from a very, very young age. Like I think I met this girl from Russia, and she has been doing Muay Thai ever since she was
Yeah.
10. I was like,
Yeah.
what? And then now she's competing nationally in
Yeah.
Thailand, Muay Thai.
Like especially in places like Phuket, like Lumpini in Bangkok, like we don't know because we're not in that circle, right?
Yeah.
But if you are in the martial arts circle, for example, the Thaiger gym in the Thaiger Muay Thai gym in Phuket is now world famous and known even by like Joe Rogan, even the biggest people who are in the MMA industry.
Yeah.
It's a well-known brand, and it's in Phuket, Thailand, and I feel proud of that personally.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with Tiger, but I feel proud about that. It's in my home city. But it's a world-famous gym, and they have athletes coming from Switzerland,
Yeah.
from Kazakhstan, and they travel to this island
Just to train.
not a bad place to travel to do a little bit of Muay Thai, Paradise Island. But they travel here and they're training with the Muay Thai coaches and everything. And you have to take a moment to be like, wow, they're traveling like thousands and thousands of miles to come and train Muay Thai in Phuket, Thailand, because they're some of the best in the entire world.
True.
And it's something to be proud about.
But there's a
Something
lot
cool.
of foreigners who come here just for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know there's some Muay Thai gyms that actually have hostels for people to just stay and just train for months and months.
Yes.
Okay, for the next topic. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That was only a few seconds of silence. For the next comment section that I'm going to tackle, it's the Battle of the Beers.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through all of them right now. Sick Puppy asked, why was San Miguel Light left off the list of beers? Well, first of all, there were only 5 options that we could put in.
Yes. Is San Miguel Light? I will not take any blame for it. Carmel wrote the poll herself, and she decided not to represent the Philippines. No, but
Oh,
it was,
man,
gonna
that's
blame
so,
her
that's
just
so
like
bad
that.
of me.
but it was
actually.
also the battle of the Thai beers, right? Like Tiger, all the other beers that got a shout were outside of Thailand.
John Peak said Leo is good on a hot day, no ice.
No ice?
No
Ooh,
ice.
You mean drink? Oh.
Drinking the Leo beer without ice.
Deep inside, Natty was like, the horror.
I'm like, warm beer? You mean no?
No.
no.
Okay, you can have a chilled beer, because if you put the beer with ice, then obviously the ice mixes with the beer and you lose the taste and it becomes
Yeah.
diluted.
I know,
But
like
yes, the
waters
Thai
down.
way of drinking is with beer.
must have the
Natty
beer.
drinks beer with ice, yay?
Yes, yay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
apparently, like, to drink Chang, right, it's much, or at least to me, it's much better to drink Chang with ice.
Yeah.
Because without it, it's
Very strong.
I think it's
yeah.
personal preference at the end of the day.
Chang now is like not what it used to be.
Oh.
At one point, it used to be 8% of alcohol. I
Nice.
think,
Really?
and then it dropped to 7, 6. Now it's like what 5? I
Oh,
think it might even be
no.
4.5 or 5. So they basically had to reduce the strength of the alcohol to compete with Leo and Sing, and that's why it's a lot more popular now. So people still have that mentality, like Chang was known as the labor beer. You have a hard day of labor, you drink Chang, get a little woozy, go to bed, have some nice dreams. But it's not the same anymore. I wish it was a lot stronger like it used to be, but yeah, it's not the same. But it's still the best.
Tony the Thaiger said Thaiger beer plus satay is a wonderful experience.
Satay, you mean?
Oh, I love
Satay.
those.
Oh, wow.
Is it satay?
In-
How do you say?
in
Am I
Thai,
saying it
yes,
correctly?
you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Sorry, that was
wasn't
so
expecting the
pressuring. I
Thai
was like-
accent. Wow, Kamal.
Franco7 said beer lao is nice. Have you guys tried beer lao?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
beer
wow.
lao is
I
actually
think our
good.
favorite. Yeah. Have you
We-
ever had beer with insects?
No.
Okay.
No, why would
Natty
you?
always
But
has to do-
insects, yes. But
She's-
not with like
Yeah.
beer
Not
and
with beer.
insects.
Okay,
I f-
silkworm.
I feel like you do things in life based on if it's basic or not. Like, drinking beer, basic. Let me
Add
let's
insects.
add insects into it.
How about Asahi? PG Santa said Asahi. It's a Japanese
Asahi
beer.
is very
It's
nice.
very
Yes,
smooth.
Asahi is nice.
Since you... Oh, sorry.
Any Hogarden fans? Any German?
I actually love
Hoegaarden, sorry,
Hoegaarden
you
as
so
well.
love-
No,
Rosé.
I haven't
Oh.
seen Hoegaarden.
Yeah, Hogarden Rosé, which is basically just fruit juice.
No,
It is.
It is
so
perfect.
yummy.
Hogarden Rosé is fruit juice.
It's
That's all it
perfect.
is. It does. I would never like to admit it, but when I do taste it, it does taste very nice,
You're right.
like fruit juice. But
It's refreshing.
it's a drink that a man doesn't really want to get caught drinking unless you're confident or you've hit an age where you just
Don't
give
care.
0
Don't care.
Fs. Yes.
I like apple cider.
Me too.
Right? They're like apple juice
It's
for
because we
adults.
like sweet, I think.
Yeah. It's easier to down.
I'm just gonna save Jay here.
Can we move on?
Marky Mark said, Jay, have you ever drank a car bomb, which is a shot of whiskey dropped in a pint of Guinness?
Yes, I think I've had something like that. I like to just drink my Guinness normally, but I do like gimmicky things too. Yeah. Everybody likes a Jaeger bomb. And-
Wait,
Oh no,
but
Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bombs are very normal. Though.
dude, that's basic. Have you ever tried Snow White?
No.
Do you know what that is? Have you
No,
tried Snow
no.
White?
I don't wanna
Okay,
know.
You don't want to know. So it's
No, I mean,
basically.
I don't know if I even want to know.
So
Now
it's
I
like
wanna
one
know.
tall beer
Yeah.
and 7 little shots. Is that cute?
Oh.
Sounds
No way.
dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah, well-
7, as in like the 7 dwarfs, 7 little
Yeah,
sho-
7 dwarfs and like
My
a Snow
God.
White. And you kind of drop it in and then you just
One
take
beer.
it. One beer and then you drop all the
Where
7
did you
dwarfs
have
in.
this? Here?
In
It has nothing to
Singapore.
do with
Oh.
Snow White, neither Snow or White.
Yeah.
But it's Snow White, like
With
And the
Analogy.
seven
analogy.
dwarves.
Well, it
Okay,
becomes
sure.
very white after the 7th
There's
one.
just a lot of froth and okay. All right. Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna end with 2 more comments. It's still on the same topic. From the Facebook live stream, Andre Peter said, "Bud, I think it's what is it? The
Bud
beer
Light?
Bud Light
Yeah.
equals to horse pee." and then
Never tried horse pee.
I don't want to imagine. Nils Peterson said, "San Miguel Light, Lao beer, and Heineken. For cocktails, it would be gin tonic for sure."
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
good.
All right. Any last comments?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for all your comments, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode. There's almost 350 people watching. Could you please click the like button if you've enjoyed the show so far? And you learned something new today.
I'm a closet alcoholic. No, just joking. No, I'm not.
Thank you for watching us live, as well as the people on Facebook. We appreciate your support. Go check out Thaiger Podcast if you have some time. And thank you for watching us live on this Monday morning. We hope you had a great day, and we hope you continue to have a great Monday. As for now, I'd like to say thank you, Natty.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you to Sarah.
Thank you.
The voice of God, of course.
Thank you.
And the boys behind the buttons, it's Hot and Chai. We'll be back once again with Good Morning Live tomorrow. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.